Hello everyone, my name is SteveTVOnline, and I'm going to be submitting Disney-Pixar's Brave Any for ESA Summer. This game is a top-down shooter. Yes, it's a Disney game, but it is a shooter in a way. And it's very fun, actually, when you play it. It's a small community, so I just wanted to highlight it and hopefully show it off and get more people into the community here. So, we're going to be playing on easy. That's just how it's always been. And timing will start after the first cutscene here. And, oh boy, what a cutscene it is, too. So here we go. We're gonna... Just, if you know the story of Disney's... Or if you know the story of Brave by Disney and Pixar, then you will know exactly what's happening here. They're not going to go through the whole movie, obviously. It's just going to start off where Mom is actually a bear, and now we have to run over her. So, besides just shooting people and killing people, we're going to be doing other stuff too. So, 3, 2, 1, move. Alright. So, we're going to be doing a couple of other things. At first, we don't have any regular attacking moves at all, or a sword or a bow. Instead, all we have is just us running and jumping. So the music is pretty great as well.
Is it Mum knocking down those trees?
And so we're just going to be running and jumping over these trees while we're chasing over Mum.
Mom, stop destroying the forest. You're gonna hurt someone, like me.
Alright. Get over here, and we have an automatic thing here of falling down here. Then we have our first cutscene that we can actually skip. The rest of the cutscenes in the game we can actually skip by just hitting A here. Then we're going to go over here and hit Y as fast as possible.
Another sword!
So what we're also... Next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to collect 250 coins here, but when we get the coins out of there, we're going to make sure to move away as quick as possible, because we want to try and go the way that we're meant to. Now, the reason that we are getting 250 coins here is because we're going to be getting our roll ability, which is the fastest move in the entire game for our movement-wise. There we go. So, we went so fast that the cutscene melded together. And now we have our bow, so we can shoot from a distance. We're going to be using this quite a bit, obviously, because that's the main purpose of, and the main thing behind the movie Brave to begin with. But some of our attacking, I've been just recently practicing the movement style and the attacking, and we're actually going to using our sword to be attacking enemies a lot. They take a lot more damage if you do that. Now, we don't have the 250 yet because we actually don't need it all until we get into the first level itself. This could basically, you could be calling this the prologue of the game. Alright, so here we go, and now we're going to do wall jumping, which in turn is very bad. So we jumped over to the right-hand side there because it allowed for us to get the cutscene just a tad bit faster than jumping over to the side and then running forward.
This is all that witch's fault.
Will-o'-the-wisps.
The will-o'-the-wisps.
So now that we have this, we're going to get a new thing with our with ourselves here. We're going to skip another cutscene, and then we're going to go run down to the witch's hut. And when we run down to the witch's hut, we are going to pick up we're going to get our first power-up for our bow, which is the earth element. We're going to have earth, fire, wind, and water, just like in Avatar or any elements that you can think of. So here's our earth one. There's really no use in having it to attack these first enemies here, but...
Everything's so dark now.
So what we're gonna do is, all these enemies spawn in the same spot, so as long as we stand in the right spot, So that's fine, actually. We got hit there, but unfortunately we did not get ourselves a potion to heal ourselves, so that might be a little bit bad for us.
If I can turn this clearing back to normal,
Because if we were to get hit and we got a potion, it would have helped us out. It was the most optimal place in order to get that potion.
And that means Mordu was just
Because
here.
there's a cutscene that happens after you get the potion the first time that tells you exactly how to use it.
Now, when you're ready, I'll open
All right.
new lands to explore.
So here we go. We're gonna go into our first area here.
You must travel through
Oh, we did get a potion.
and cleanse all.
All right. So now that we got that, we are going to head into our first world, which is Forest Grove. And here we're going to be shooting stuff from a distance to try and get as much gold as we can while we're going away. So there's that. So we already have our 250 that we need.
Mordu. You must be even more
So we're gonna
powerful
shoot
than
at
the
them from a
Witch
distance. They're gonna explain the next aspect, which is really nice. Which is if you attack a certain amount of enemies without getting hit, then you will get you will get another power up, which is the Will of the Wisps, and they will help you attack for better power. Nice, that was a really, really good fight.
Now the storm looks, well,
So right here, we're going to go into here, and we're going to buy our first upgrade, and I already told you what that's going to be. That's going to be dodge. This is going to be the fastest movement in the entire game. It allows for us to roll away from everything, which is exactly what we want. So there we go. You can see how fast of rolling it is. There isn't really any skips in this game, unfortunately. It's just a lot of cutscene skips. So, oops. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Go there and go here. This is our first wave of puzzles. So right here, we're gonna run over here and then switch 2 times. Otherwise, otherwise you'll just walk off the edge and lose a little bit of time there. And you saw one of the twins. They shot forward to the switch. You can do that for almost every switch in the game.
be careful.
So I'm only gonna walk through this one. Ah, man, I can't get that. I can never get that. So you can actually shoot this ahead of time to save a little bit of time. There.
Startling resemblance to my dear old dad.
So getting some coins there, then skipping this cutscene it'll hop us back a little bit. We want to grab all the coins that we can, so that's why I went back a little bit. Then I'm hitting that to grab some up as well. Go down here. We're just gonna roll past this guy. Now you'll see on top of that guy, he has a little symbol above his head. It looks like a fire symbol. That means that we are going to have to get the fire ability. That will be his weakness, is that fire.
There you go, dear. I've opened the
We're trying to get all those coins because this is the only opportunity that we're gonna get to do that. That was really slow getting into there, unfortunately. A lot of stuff here we are just going to be rolling. We're not going to worry about a lot of coins. So here we go. We're just going to roll. And then we're going to jump up here.
That's a nice bit of gold.
And grab those coins. Go up down here. We're going to hit that. Hit that. So we can get some beforehand. And zip line all the way down here. And then right here, we have to grab that bush to heal Mum.
Help Mum's wound.
So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to go up next to the bush, because the second that we're done fighting those enemies, it's going to go right into the cutscene of us grabbing onto that.
I've got to bring this back to Mum and quick.
Alright, and then we're going to hop out of here, go into the cutscene, and it's going to heal we're going to heal Mom's wounds, and in order to do that, we're just going to push a bush onto her arm, and I guess that somehow manages to heal her.
Here.
Instead of
This
breaking
should
up the
help her
berries,
wound.
just pushing them on it works. So then after we do that, we're going into a new form of fighting, which is to use Mum to attack here. She has 3 different moves where more than most of the time you're going to want to use your charge attack, which is the B button here. And then I'm also, if I stop, all I'm doing is I'm doing my X here. But I also sometimes have to use the charge if they're behind me, as well as like running around me in a circle. If you slam down, that's your slam attack, and it does a radius area around you.
Mum, wait! Come back! That look in her eyes. It isn't
All right.
even human.
So now that we're done with Mum,
If I can't
we go right
remove
from
her
Mum.
light, will she ever be my mum again?
and we're gonna roll over here. And we're going to open up this.
So old. I wonder who lives here.
These are always in the same order, so as long as you know where you have to roll, then it's not that big of an issue. So we got that. So now we're gonna go up here and we're gonna go into a fight. And after this fight right here, we're going to get a new power-up. So we used our sword there to hit that guy, and then we shot the guy from a distance, and that allowed for us to get right next to the door in order to get through here. So now we have our new ability, which is this fire ability,
Magical.
and it allows for us to use the fire, obviously, and now we can hurt those wooden guys a little bit faster. As well as these ice guys. Anybody that has that fire ability above their head. So our next thing that we're going to do is, these guys are actually a lot faster. You can destroy them a lot faster if you just hit them with the sword. So one thing you're going to notice is I'm only using one jump there instead of double jumping. That is a lot faster to get up and over to things. If you're lucky enough, you can fall off really fast and then do a double jump. That will get you a long distance, as well as going hop, hop, doing a little bit of a wait in order to jump. Alright, so after we're done with that fight, then we're going to do another triplets puzzle here. Just skip through another small dialogue. All it's telling us is that we're able to zoom in. Which we're like, okay, that's fine, I guess. Alright, then we're going to bring him all the way over here. We're going to bring him up here. Pull that, and we should be good. Alrighty. Perfect. So I had to do a jump there because, as you see, there's a little bit of a gap there at the edge of the platform. We definitely do not want to hit that, fall down there, because then we would have to get the platform all the way back down, which is not fun.
Makes no sense
So now we
at
do
all.
another wall climb. This time we have buttons that we have to push. But technically we don't need to push them because there's no use for them in this speed run. Because all we have to do now is we have to go up here, grab that. We're gonna get a couple of points while we're waiting for that to shrink down. Hit that.
Oh, what I would give to do so again. And soon.
Ow, thank you. So that's what I like to see, those dogs just jump into the water by themselves. It's kind of funny.
I thought I knew every inch of this forest, but I've never seen anything like this.
So now we're to the very end of our level here. We just have one more fight. Usually at the end of each level there's a big fight that you have to go after. So once again, we're just gonna do this. Alright, so now that we're done with that, we are going to head out to the next area, and we're gonna do a little roll here. And as you see, it says Coastal Cliffs. Unfortunately, we cannot enter early, but the second that it's available, we'll be able to enter into it. Coastal Cliffs, we will be getting our last power-up, which happens to be our wind power-up. Oh, sorry, not our last one. It's our third power-up, which happens to be the wind power-up. We don't use it as much as some of the other ones here. We're gonna roll around the outside edge of that guy. Then we're gonna, right here, we're gonna roll around there. That saves just a tad bit of time, like half a second.
So clean and fresh.
Then we're gonna roll past all
Once
of those.
This mess is cleared up, I'll definitely be coming back here.
So then we go into an unskippable cutscene. Totally not worth it. But
Stop it.
after this fight here, we are going to be doing another. We're going to be getting ourselves another upgrade. Our second upgrade. So this guy, he's gonna hurt us, we don't really care. As long as we have our sword there. So like I said, we're going to just sit here and we're going to get our power up. Which is our power attack here. Do we have enough? Yes, we do not.
Now,
Okay, so what this power attack does is every time that you attack an enemy, your power gauge goes up, but the other power-up that I got there was every time that I get hurt by an enemy, it will also go up. So that's why I'm shooting right here at the enemies. It helps me to get a little bit of power.
look, birds.
Yes, I see the birds. She says birds there, but we've been fighting birds this whole time. So that switch, we're just gonna go as long as we need to. We don't need to kill any of the enemies. We can just go there. We're just gonna attack right here in the corner. Ah, come on. That was really slow. So here's our wind power-up. We're going to go ahead and raise this platform up for us. Okay, it would not shoot down. A lot of the times you can just go and shoot down. But for some reason it did not want to do that for us. So right here, what we can do is we can actually jump on the outside edge here. The pig will not hit us, saving a little bit of time. Because if you jump up there, the pig will, in fact, hit you. I don't know where I was going there. So as you can see down on the bottom there, you can see my health, or the power bar going and building up. That's exactly what we want right now. So what I do here is I know that I can reach a certain distance by rolling, so I just roll down those. It's a lot nicer. So right here I go out from a distance and just completely skip fighting all these enemies here.
But nothing happened. I guess I'll just have to try something else.
So that's really good. We got that. We're going this way because it's, 1, faster, and 2, we're getting our first bow upgrade, so it will be a lot stronger. We're only going to be upgrading our bow on one other time after this, and then after that, we're only upgrading our sword once, which is unfortunate because it's at the very last part. So right here, what we're going to see is the power being used. So as you saw, it was a lot more powerful looking. Then we're gonna run over here, and I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna shoot at that as I go in this way, so I can get the money off of that. Then I'm gonna jump over there, get the money off of that. Roll over here, get that. Then we're gonna roll past that. So once again, I'm gonna get over here. That's fine. So now we go into another of the twins. This is a little bit easier one here. We're gonna run this guy all the way over here. We're going to pull this. That will allow for this to drop down. Stand on that. Stand on that. Jump up here. Pull that switch. Then we're gonna switch to this guy. He's gonna finish it off for us. So I did a little bit of a faster movement through there. Usually you just have to wait for it to drop all the way down, but if you jump early enough, it will allow for you to jump ahead of time there. So there's our roll, and then we have one more down here. And there we go. Alrighty. So now that that fight is done, and we're going into the next one, we're going to do another one of our rolls over this way to get into Chilled Creek. Chilled Creek is officially where we're going to be getting our next and last power-up. This level is a little bit interesting. It's not the greatest of levels, but what can you do? So, a lot of just rolling here. We're gonna try and hit that. So what we're gonna do here is there's gonna be a lot of wolves coming in. We want to shoot them as fast as possible. And then we have our final guy right here. And he dropped a potion for us, which is wonderful. Whew, that was close. So right here, we got ourselves a zip line if it allows for us to go down it. And then, as I said, there aren't really any skips in this game. However, we have one tiny one that's going to be coming up here in just a second. And here we go. We got ourselves the ice power-up.
This is freezing cold.
We're going to be using it right here to freeze the... So, as you can tell, this is why this is not a fun portion. There's a lot of freezing of blocks. But here comes our only skip in the entire game. There we go. We can skip past that fight completely. Normally you would have to do that fight, but... What? Okay. There we go. Sorry, that was a little bit focused because I died twice there, and that's just not what we want. So right here, we have to shoot these little ice blocks at the same time as we have those enemies, so it can actually lock onto the enemies, which isn't fun. So we're gonna skip past all those enemies and roll away from them. And same thing here. That was a really good fight. So here we go again. Oh, that was unfortunate.
Just a wee bit of a bump.
Alright. So I'm gonna shoot this ice block just so I can get that. And we have to stand on this. Oh boy, Merida actually gets to solve a puzzle. Not as hard as the triplets, though. So remember this puzzle, because we're gonna have to be doing one more like that later on, but with the triplets. Alright, let's get up here. Shoot that, and shoot that. In order to get over to this area over here, we have to do that. So here we go. Get all the way back. Get ourselves out of this cave of horrors. And get over here. I'm going to shoot a couple of times here because we have another puzzle with the triplets. And I'm grabbing the coins before I go into that. Alright, so right here, this is a very simple puzzle, obviously. It looks like it. So we're going to go forward, and we're going to have this guy grab onto that switch. We're going to bring everybody else up here onto the edge, and then have this guy turn it only to about there. So we're going to stand on that for that guy, and we're going to go over here for this one. Release that, bring him up here, and pull him up. Then once we get that, we are golden. Awesome, awesome. That was really quick. That was a really good triplets puzzle. Alright. I don't know why that didn't want to do that. So we want to be on solid ground here as much as possible for obvious reasons. But for this one is to get all of that gold that we need right there. Okay, that was completely lucky. So as you saw, so these guys are very, very annoying. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna attack the pigs most of the time. Alright. And we are heading into the end of the level here, and by end of the level, I mean we have an unskippable cutscene that we have to watch of just Murdu slamming on the ground here and breaking that, but we're still able to run through there.
So this won't be getting any easier now, will it?
Alright, and here we go. Into here. And we're on to the next level. So we went to the next level, buried passage here. And we are entering in. Alright. This level can be very annoying, but we have no power-ups that we have to grab anymore. We're gonna grab that. So what we're hoping for is that these guys do not shoot us while we're in the middle of jumping, because they can drop us down, which can be very unfortunate. Same for these guys. Okay, we got over, so we're good. I tried it. I tried something new. You can almost make that jump. There. So we have one... Well, not yet. There's going to be another aspect of this. What are you doing over there, guys? That was a really, really good fight.
Nice bit. Oh, I normally don't mind getting drenched, but these caves are so cold.
So we're gonna skip past that. We'll come back for that later.
They're like enormous teeth.
So right here is something new that they're adding in,
Puts them all back again.
which are spikes. So we're going to try and completely dodge those every single time now. And if we don't, we're just gonna get hit by them. It doesn't waste much time at all. So the first thing, this is a really terrible fight, by the way. So the first thing we're just gonna do is we're gonna grab this key. This will allow for more enemies to spawn in. We shoot those guys twice in order to get them out. Then we just have to wait for a second here for the next wave. We're not supposed to have already been done with that wave. We went so fast. Alright. We're gonna grab some of these coins just because. Gonna roll off of that. Do not go up there. I have wasted a ton of time by going up there before. Roll past those enemies. So sometimes Merida just doesn't want to jump, even though that's her job of that wall there, is to wall jump.
They're so jittery. It was just a wee bit of a bump.
So I didn't roll there, I got afraid. You can roll there. This is one of the most annoying jumps. There we go. Alright, now we're just, as I said before, we're just going to roll past all the spikes. No need to completely dodge them. And then we go up here and we have our next mom fight. Or mum fight. So right away we're gonna do a slam attack because there's so many enemies around us. So the best attacks to do against the golems there are is the rush attack. However, if you're just close enough to them already, you might as well just... So this is a good place to get coins as well. Alright. Well then, that was... The ending was terrible, but the rest of the fight was good. Alright. So that's one thing that you can also do, is you can actually attack those pads. You can actually attack any of the stuff that requires you to use your bow to go through, but those are the best ones to do it for. And right out of a mom cutscene again, we're going to be going into our next set of triplets, or next triplets. So we can't do anything with that guy. We're going to do that, which allows for us to go through here with this guy. Then we're going to go up here with him. We're going to pull this, because we're going to need to. Anyway. Then we're going to go over here, because he's going to need to be there. Grab that. And then hit that, and we should be good to stop the water so we can jump through. Which I don't know why Merida wouldn't be able to jump through it anyway. But what can you do? We have to go back this way anyway. And we have another key that we have to get, so let's jump up top. No need to worry about those spikes. Uh-oh. That's not good. This is the first actual uh-oh moment. So we're just going to completely skip that fight. No need to go in there. So, with how low my health is, I decided that I was actually going to skip jumping over those spikes. Grab all of those, grab the key, jump over, grab some more monies, and head over here to turn in the key. So here's another section that we're just going to completely skip. Now we have more spikes. Oh, no, we don't have more spikes. I lied to you. So this is fun. Everything is going the opposite way, but we want to go the other way of where it's actually facing. So here we go. We have this, and then we have another fight at the end, but this time it's an actual boss. So we're gonna get over here, and we're gonna get our... That was unfortunate. Because this fight is not friendly to us
I'm not feeling so good.
a lot of the time.
Better find a potion for myself.
So I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of some of these guys here, so I can get myself...
Feeling so good.
So what we normally want to do here is we just want to attack the big golem here. And it ends the fight faster. So once you do that, the fight completely ends. So now we go into this cutscene to show this stone and part of the curse breaking, lifting. But then we have
The blight. It's receding.
this next part. This crow comes in, squawks, and that's all it does. There's absolutely no other purpose for that crow to be in this game. So we're gonna go up here. And we are done with Swamp of Shadows. So now we are going on to... Oh, sorry, we're going into the Swamp of Shadows. And Swamp of Shadows isn't that difficult. It has a... Obviously, these levels get a little bit harder as you go along, but there isn't, like, anything too difficult about this level, to be completely honest. The ending has a little bit of a difficulty curve to it. Okay, that was a terrible fight. But what can you do when they don't want to play your way?
The water looks like the tea my brothers tried to make for Mum. I'm sure it couldn't taste
Alright,
any
so
worse.
now we go into our next mom fight. We got two guys here as long as we do our boost. That was really good. There we go. Instead of having to turn around all the way, we just did our slam attack. That was actually a pretty decent fight. We'll take that.
Mum!
I don't know why I always go that way. For some reason, my mind is like, yeah, you need to go that way. But we don't. So right here, it doesn't look like you can roll there, but you can.
Wolves remind me of my wee brothers. The smell of them, anyway.
And once again, we're going to do that one more time. And we have spikes that we can just roll through. We have plenty of health to do that. Then we have another cutscene, completely useless. There's no reason for any of these cutscenes to come in. You don't frighten me, Mordu.
Mordu!
You won't frighten me that easily. Then we get going over this way. That was right in our way, so why not just hit it? Just a little bit of a shortcut saves half a second.
My legs are starting to get tired.
So right here we have another one of these puzzles that we have to. That was very unfortunate because of the way that the enemies were. That was very, very unfortunate. There we go. Alright. We're fine. A little bit of a mishap. That was actually really good right there. But go right from that into an amazing fight right there. Oh.
They're so jittery. It was just a wee bit of a bump.
We got to go up here, then roll over this way. And then we just skip past everything. If you want to get a fast kill... Oh, it didn't do it. Alright, that's fine. So you can actually kill the dogs that come after you there. Same with that, you just...
More balls.
Alright, get over here. And then we have ourselves the worst triplets puzzle in the entire game. I despise this puzzle. It's a really easy, concept, but you try and do a little bit faster jump. Oh wait, no, this is not the one. This is a different one. This is one of the easiest puzzles. I was ahead of myself there. So we got this. We're gonna pull it right to the middle there. Then we're gonna pull that. Get up here. Then once again we're gonna activate that. And there we go. That's all of these are lined up with a certain color on the puzzle, but if you hit it in the center both times, then it's done very fast. Oh, I've never seen that before. I just got a Merida T-pose. Nice. Nice fight. That was actually really solid. Alright, roll over here. And finish up this level. By hitting a lot of those portals where the enemies are coming from.
Nice bit of gold.
That was it. Murky Chasm. Murky Chasm has to have probably the worst boss in it. I can't stand the final boss in this level. Or the boss, not the final boss, but the final boss. Not the final boss, but the boss in this. And not only do we have to do fight this guy once, but we have to do it a second time as well later on, which was not fun. So this very beginning area is very annoying because all these birds want to go after you, but at the same time, we are trying to get up here. Alright. So right here, normally what you have to do is you have to use your ice physics there to get over here. But you can oops. I'm gonna try something here. No. It only worked on that one. So I had an incident when I was practicing here. So we're just gonna completely skip past all this. Ooh. We might have to actually do what we're supposed to here. Because I have a chance of dying here. So we're gonna go around. For our safety, we're gonna do that. Okay, now we can skip past the rest here. So as you saw right there, I was actually at the very edge of that fire there, and I was still able to move. That's the optimal strat there, but what can you do? So this is one of the more annoying jumps up. She just doesn't like to do it sometimes. Alright. Come on. Come on. Please. Please shoot that. Thank you. That was very close to death. Alright. So we're just gonna run past this guy. No need to fight him. Although I could have fought him for some health here, but I think it should be good enough. So this area right here, all of these boards are going to be coming from that section right here where I'm standing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get there fast enough. We're just going to kill them right where they're standing. We're going to get all that because we are going to be getting ourselves our last power-ups that we need. So we're going to, every time that we attack an enemy now, we are going to be filling up our power bar. We have enough to do this one more time, and we are now done.
To see what this bow can do.
I'm gonna do that, and we are now safe to finish up this level, and we no longer have to worry about money, so we will no longer be going out of our way just to do stuff here. Attack that guy. I don't know how they spawned. Let's go. And like I said before, remember that puzzle that we did at the very beginning with Merida? This is one of the easier puzzles in the thing. It's actually the quickest as well. So first things first, we have to run over here with this guy, open that up for that other one. Then we turn that over to there. Turn this over to here. And get over there. Alright. Then we're gonna roll over here. And once again, we're going to be skipping this fight. Oh, that was a bad jump. Good thing I healed up. So you can actually jump from that second one over to here. Saves having to jump. Doesn't save much time, like half a second once again. But all these like half-second time saves like that, so we don't run into the pigs, will do add up. So this is one of the easier fights with the groups. Just stand in the center, they'll all come after you. And get our last guy. I need that, thank you. The reason I'm saving up on the health here is I don't actually know where the checkpoints are, but they are lenient, luckily, but dying here still loses quite a bit of time. And like I said, the boss in this is very annoying. So that was a good stomp there. Alright. Cool, that was a really, really decent fight. So you saw the way that we have to go. We're only going to be shooting this one because you can actually normally you would have to use both of those to get up there, but you can just jump up that way to skip having to jump onto a platform. Right here, you can skip quite a few of the platform building areas that you have to do. Well, I don't know why I did that, because we don't even need them. Then we have to hit all of these switches, even though they're not right next to where you need to be. Okay, Merida, please. Thank you. I went wide there because you can roll off the cliff there. And incoming to the worst boss, in my opinion. And not only, like I said, do we have to do it once, but we have to do it twice. So now not only do I have to fight this guy, we also have those guys that are on the ground that steal all your stuff, and if you get hit by them, Alright, I'm kind of focused here because I can't stand this boss, and as long as you kill them, then the rest of the fight will end. There we go. So once again, we're going into our cutscene here. And once again, we're gonna get our friend,
It's fading.
we're gonna get our friend that is the crow in this cutscene. Still does the same thing, comes in and crows. Does absolutely nothing for us. And now we are on to Frozen Lock, which is by far probably the worst level in the entire game. Because there is a lot of... It's the frozen lake, so it's a lot of freezing up platforms, and if you miss it, you have to restart it. Like you normally would. So we're gonna just jump over this way, save a little bit of time of going on to that other one. Alright, wolf. Okay, that was really good. Jump. And now, the fun part of just having to wait at this section. So we have these guys coming down. We're gonna kill them here for the sole purpose of getting ourselves some Will-o'-the-Wisps. Now we'll get over to this one. So now we have our Will-o'-the-Wisp. We'll do a little bit more damage, but we're not gonna really, to be honest, we're not really gonna worry about that. Okay, good. Didn't screw that up. So like I said, this is terrible because there's a lot of freezing that you have to do. And these guys can also hit you and make you fall into the water. Alright, that was good. Alright, there we go. Get over here. Awesome, awesome. So with this section, you actually don't have to use your ice power to freeze it, but I was already in the middle of it, so might as well. So Merida says, I don't want to be jumping over any more ice. That's exactly how I feel every time I play this level. I hate this. Okay, so this is by far the worst part of the entire level. These ice blocks are in the way, and we have to completely melt them by shooting them with fire. But what you'll notice is once we go to the next part, there will also be enemies that are on here at the same time as I'm going to be fighting. Or getting these ice blocks. Which is not fun for anybody, but that was really fast getting those guys down. Gives me a second break. That was actually a really good section. Then right here, we're going to try and see if we can get ourselves some potions. Because this next area is not fun. So if you're a fan of the boars, they're all here. This is a really good ice block section. We'll finish off this ice block.
Again.
You're fine, Merida.
Nice bit of gold.
Alright, so that was very, very solid. It gave me plenty of time to hit the blocks away when I killed them.
Oh, so cold. It must be the blight.
So now we have this, and we have another mum fight. So this is where we can get completely stuck in like a loop. This is not what we want. Please. And thank you, that was a terrible mom fight.
Mom!
Alright. So here we go. We're going to... Ah! No need for money. So that's one of the sad parts about this is we don't need money anymore, but as you can see, it's definitely we get a ton at this point. All right. So right here is by far the worst triplets puzzle. Let's see what we get. So it's an easy concept, however, it's done absolutely poorly. Alright, so that should be enough for us to get across. Now it's a matter of getting over there. Ah, perfect. Alright, so that was the fastest I've ever done that. If it's done optimally, you can actually get the arrows into the center there. That would allow for you to only have to jump once. Not good. Oh, we're fine now. If I can get to him, that would help. Alright. And now we are done with that level. That was a very, very solid
I'm not feeling so good.
frozen lake,
I'd better
frozen
find a
lock.
potion for my health.
Now we are on to the final level of the game here. And we have, the timing will be, well, it's at the end of the level. I'll say it when we get there, but first thing we do in this level is, of course, get into an unskippable cutscene. That's completely useless. Has nothing to do with the movie. Actually, this whole game basically has nothing to do with the movie, except for the cutscenes that we actually
Just a bit
skip.
farther and I'll have ended your curse once and for all.
So get up here. So I've been kind of screwing this up recently, so we're gonna take this a little bit safe. Somehow that worked. Get that one. And hopefully... Oh! Get up here. Oh my god, please. Alright. So now that we're here... we are going to get our only upgrade for the sword that we get, but it's actually going to help us out quite a bit for the end fight.
A set of swords even finer than Dad's.
And then we are going to head over and get out of this place. Alright. Get over here. And get that. Nice, nice. So this fight coming up here is interesting. We're gonna get rid of that and then get rid of this one as fast as possible. Actually, them running over there actually helped us out quite a bit. Because we want to be over this way, because all that's left are these enemies that always run towards you to begin with. And then right here is our very last Triplets Puzzle. And lucky for us, it's one of the easier ones. So we're just going to jump up here. Get this for us. Get you up there. And get you up here. And we are now done with all of the Triplets puzzles. I don't know why it does that weird noise when we complete it. That buzzing noise.
I'm very grateful for all you've done, lads. Now please, promise me you'll be careful. There's an
Evil in this place. Lice. Alright, that was really good. And now we're going on to, so there's a little gap here. Normally they would say, hey, you probably want to jump over that. No, you can go around it. And so our next step here is we're actually going to, well, first we're going to kill these guys, so it's a little bit easier. We're going to be getting... we're doing that so we can get ourselves our last bow. This is the strongest bow, obviously.
Now I've got enough bows to take on any marksman in the kingdom.
Because it's on the last level, they put it on as the strongest bow, so we're going to be using that now. I love how Merida just, like, owns those, the will-o-the-wisps. She's just like, yeah, you guys are wimps. So that's all that this fight is just a bunch of, golems that we have to fight. Alright. And now we're going on to our final stone.
I've done it!
That means that the curse should be lifted. And just to tell us that we've done good, we get our old pal, Crow, to crow one more time for us. Alright, now we're going to go through here. Just do a lot of rolling. There's barrels in our way, but we don't need to worry about that. We can just skip through it all. And then we're going to roll up the stairs here. and I don't know what we're gonna do because there's a bunch of enemies here, and the curse should be lifted. So what happened to Mom? Oh, we have one more fight with her. The curse isn't lifted all the way.
I thought you'd have changed back by now. But I guess I'm glad you haven't, because I still need your help.
Alright. Then we're gonna get here. A lot of just going around the outside edge to get all these guys. Cool. That was a really good ending. Alright, so that is our last Mom fight for the entire game.
Mom!
And now we're gonna go in here. And we are going to go on to this little section here. This is an auto-scrolling... we have to fight all the enemies, and then once we fight the enemies, then we're going to get ourselves... it's just going to start raising up. So our next group of enemies are those, like, rock golem guys. So all we're going to do is we're just going to sword them over and over again. They explode, yes, but every time you kill them, they drop a potion for you, so there's no worry really for our potions there. So I'd like to see how much gold I actually can get at the very end here, compared to how hard it was to get it near the beginning of the game. This is a fun, this next wave, and our last wave, we have these guys, a bunch of these guys, plus we have those guys.
My God.
Not fun. Please, thank you. That was a really bad wave right there. So now we're just gonna go up here. Does absolutely nothing. It does save us a little bit of time of just having to jump up. Since we're a little bit higher, we can jump up just a tad bit earlier than if we were down below. So now this is the final fight, and we're going to be going through different waves of enemies, and the time will be when I finish hitting the last stone in this fight. So we're going to be going through a bunch of different bosses, including two that were never actually in the game beforehand. Alright, I don't know why that happened. Alright. We only are going to be going after the bosses in these because it allows for the phases to end a lot faster. So now we're going to be going over to the ice, because we have another boss that never showed up in the game. And that is a fire boar. So lots of fun with this. Oh, I died. Okay, that's not fun. Luckily for us, we don't have to start the very first boss. We have to start the second one, however. First, we have to destroy the stone from the first boss. So I was playing a little bit too risky right there. I'm not a fan of this final fight. Alright, that is the second boss. So our third one. You know how I said I can't stand the boss in Murky Chasm? Well, ladies and gentlemen, they are back. And this time I have to dodge holes that were left by them. But at least it's a little... we don't have as many enemies. Whoa! Alright, that was actually really, really good. And now we're on to our final boss phase, and we have to go back to where it all began with the very first boss that we had in this, and that is the Wind Golem. So this part is a lot of dodging enemies, because they will make you fall. I can guarantee that. Like that. That's what I was hoping for. Don't fall off. And that's what we did not want. That helps us out a little bit. Attacking the boss. Let's finish up this fight. So timing is coming up really short here. In 3, 2, 1, time. So, that was Disney-Pixar's Brave. Done really fast. I really hope you enjoyed watching this run, and I hope it's chosen for the marathon. Thank you very much.